Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in this video, I'm gonna do something a little bit different. I decided to try a lot of new makeup that I recently got, and I thought we'll just spice it up a little bit by me actually doing a review of a drama that I recently have watched, and it's called Hotel del Luna. I noticed that there wasn't many reviews on YouTube, and I just want to give you guys my thoughts about the drama, and because honestly I really do love that drama, and yeah, it just made me cry a lot. But just a heads up, this is a spoiler review, you know, so if you haven't watched it, definitely watch it first and then come back and join with me with, you know, because I do have questions for you guys and my thoughts and yeah, just stuff like that. But also at the same time, all this makeup are from Yesstyle, so I got quite a bit of stuff from Yesstyle, but I also have a little bit of stuff on my own as well, so we'll just get started on that. The first thing that I've already tried is actually a few skincare products, which I'm actually not gonna use right now because I already used it a few hours ago, because it's already like 5 o'clock and I've already used this in the morning. But the first one is this sun stick here, and this is by the brand SCINIC, I think. This is SPF 50, and this is just like a stick where you actually just twist it out like this. And this one is actually very light on the skin, which is great. And this one really smells like tea tree oil, which feels so soothing on the skin. It's perfect timing to get this because, you know, now the weather is getting really hot. Hence why I'm tying my hair up while doing this video, because this room is actually really hot. And also I also got piercings done on my helix and on like this on my upper lobe, so I'm just pulling all my hair up for now while doing my makeup because I don't want to infect it or whatever. But if you guys keep seeing me doing this, you would know that it's because I'm getting sweaty. Anyway, the other one that I've tried is this cream here, and this is the Rose Silky Tone Up Cream. And obviously, I don't know if you guys know me well enough, but I love rose water, and honestly this smells amazing on the face. What I really like about this tone up cream, it actually doesn't feel like cream, it just feels a little bit like it's soft and liquidy like a serum, and it blends in really well, so it's not like a thick cream. So this one a little bit goes a long way, so definitely this is a type of cream I would use for daytime rather than nighttime. I don't like using heavy cream during the day because I do have really also like a little bit of an oily skin, but mainly dry skin, but because I get sweaty everything just glide off. I know it sounds yuck, but that's how I personally feel. And the last one, I didn't try it today, but I tried the other day, and this is the first Ampoule BB cream. This one's a little bit light on me, so I would definitely use this as a base under my foundation. If I do want a bit more of a coverage, I would definitely use this one. Alright, I'm gonna get started with the makeup. The first one I'm gonna use is this HEIMISH Artless Glow Base, which I always have. And here I have like 3 pages of notes which I will go through with you guys, but I just want to cover a lot of things. So yeah, get something to eat, get something to drink, because I personally feel that this video is gonna be so long. Anyway, with Hotel del Luna, so the plot is basically talking about a girl, which is IU. I'm sure you guys know who IU is because my husband didn't know who IU is, which is really crazy, and he watched the drama with me. Anyway, so IU, she basically got trapped in this particular guest house that turns into a hotel because of her past, her grudges. So in this plot is mainly based about ghosts and spirits and so and stuff like that. So basically, you know, she was a human that has, you know, apparently killed a lot of people, and so she has this like a coffin box of people's special items, like, you know, her friends' items that she wanted to take to this guest house that she'd heard of that would take them to the afterlife. But little did she know was she was actually, the deity actually had plans for her to make her become like this, you know, hotel person that looked after the hotel. Anyway, fast forward, she suddenly met this man that was a human that went to a hotel. Now this hotel only guests can go in, and back then she was really grumpy and just really mean, and if any human comes in, she will just like banish them. So this man came in and actually stole a flower from a moon tree. So this moon tree is actually like that actually holds her down, and this tree is like bald, there's no flower. Supposedly if the if the flowers start blooming there, it means that something should happen and her life will end basically, and the deity will come and get her and stuff like that. So this man came, tried to steal a flower for his young boy who has the birthday. It's his birthday wish to get a flower from his dad, because the dad's actually a thief. And so she said, so he begged her not to kill him, and she was like, fine, since you have a son, in 20 years time I'm gonna get him and he's gonna come to me. So the man, without thinking, he was like, yeah, okay, cool. But he actually thought it was a dream, didn't realize that it was actually real. Fast forward 20 years later, she went back and looked for the guy, which is called Chan Sung, and the actor for that is called, I forgot the name, Yoo Jin-gu, which I've never seen him before, so yeah, good actor. Anyway, so then he has to work for her, and then they just fell in love and stuff like that. So the reason why she decided to hold grudges is because obviously there was this guy that really liked her, and he basically ended up killing a lot of her friends. She was also a thief back in the days as well, so in that 1000 years she was waiting for him to come to the afterlife, and because I don't know, she probably wanted to kill him again or something like that. But yeah, so that was mainly the plot of the movie. Now I'm gonna talk about the characters now, but before I do that, I just applied my favorite HERA black foundation, and I'm actually struggling with my under nose here because I'm sweating so much, but I really need to wear my makeup, which I really honestly hate. But yeah, and I'm just using a puff. Now I'm gonna look down quite a bit for the characters. So the characters, there's obviously IU, and she is called Jung Man Wo, and so she basically, like I said, she's been tied down to the moon tree, and then because of her past crime and grudges, and her character, she's a greedy girl, loves money, and she loves to live a luxurious life, hence why she's greedy. Like in that movie, you can see how fashionable she is, like she dressed herself, represent herself really well in the movie, and honestly every single outfit she wears is just beautiful, and she has like a beautiful bright lip tint on as well. She's gorgeous in the movie, and her character, she plays it really well. She's really mean, and but at the same time she ended up being a soft heart girl because of Chan Sung, and yeah, she just became really kind and sweet, so you can see the sweet side of her in the end. But I honestly love her character a lot. Now next is obviously Chan Sung, which is played by Yoo Jin-gu. So he is actually a Harvard graduate, and little do we know was that when IU sent Chan Sung's father back to look after Chan Sung, she actually put money in his bank account and be like, you need to look after him well because I'll be taking him. And they already had this plan that he is going to be the hotel manager. Now apparently they need a human to be a hotel manager in the hotel to manage things, because in humans' eyes you can actually see the hotel, but you don't see it as a luxurious hotel. That's how I see it. So anyway, he kept running away until 20 years later, and thought that it would be safe to come back to Korea. And little did he know, he came back a bit too early, and IU managed to find him. And so yeah, his role is really good. Like, he is a soft heart guy, really nice guy, just trying to please everybody, and he's just honestly really, really kind. And it's surprising how like he's actually not scared of IU, and in the beginning you can see that people realize that he's not scared of IU, and they're like, oh, he should be scared because she can just vanish him instantly, but obviously she didn't. I'm using the HERA Brown Designer Auto Pencil, and if I don't mention any products, I'll put it in the description box down below, because I feel like I'm gonna lose track with what I've mentioned, with what I haven't mentioned. Anyway, back to the characters. The next one we're going to talk about is Mrs. Choi, and she is played by a character called Bae Hae-sun. So she's been working at the hotel for over 200 years, and she held like a really long grudges against her ex-husband's family line. So basically they have murdered her baby, and they have murdered her as well. So she was just hoping that the family line would die eventually, and that's what she was waiting for. So she manages the hotel, and honestly she's like a I personally feel like she was like a mother figure to IU in the drama. And yeah, and then the next one is Mr. Kim, and he is the bartender at the hotel, and he has been working there the longest. He has been working at the hotel for over or at 500 years, and he's too scared to actually go to the afterlife because of his past. And a lot of this, like, we don't know their past slowly until like almost the end, where they actually try to untie everything to show you, you know, why they decided not to go to the afterlife and how they got over it and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's Mr. Kim, and it's played by Shin Jung-gyun. I'm so bad with saying all the names, but yeah. And then the next one is Kim Yuna, and this is played by Yuna, and she is like an intern at Hotel Del Luna, and they decided to make her an intern just in case something happened to Chansung, I guess, because originally they wanted to get rid of Chansung because Chansung knew too much, and Chansung was making the tree bloom a lot, and so they were worried that IU had to go really soon. So yeah, anyway, so Kim Yuna, interesting story is that physically you see the girl as Kim Yuna, but actually inside, wait, no, Kim Yuna is the name, but actually the figure outside is actually somebody else, somebody's body, and on the inside is her, which is the ghost. So basically the person killed Yuna, and so Yuna came back as a ghost and kicked the girl's soul out and decided to take over the body. And I'm doing my eyebrows here really badly, but I'll fix it soon. Yeah, so that's the story, and she actually fell in love with the receptionist, which is called Hyunjung, and that's played by Block B's called PO. And so PO, he is the youngest at the hotel. He has been there for 70 years, and the reason why he has been there not going to the afterlife is because he's waiting for his sister. Hyunjung died at a really young age, so he was just waiting for his sister to join him to the afterlife. And so at the meantime, he fell in love with Yuna. And I think my brows is okay, but if not, I'll fix it. We also have Sanchez with I really like his character. He's really cute and funny, and I just feel like he's such a noble man for such a rich guy. So obviously he's a rich guy in the drama, and this is played by Jo Han Cho. So yeah, he has been, Chansung has been living with Sanchez, and they became really good friends. And Sanchez is actually a rich guy, obviously, and apparently he owns a lot of pizza chain all around the world. But it's just sad that he actually lost his fiance near, like, you know, halfway through the drama. Alright, in conclusion, which one is my favorite character? It's obviously IU. I just love her personality, her character in there, and this is actually my second time watching her drama. The first one that I watched was the Sacred Heart one. I honestly love her acting, and watching this, I'm just like, yeah, I'm glad I actually watched this. Now, I'm gonna set my face because it's really hot and I feel like my makeup's gonna glide like when I'm not even done with my makeup. This is the MAC Prep and Prime, and this is a collaboration with Pony, and this is a Fix Plus, and this is such a nice mist, and it just really sets your face nicely. And she actually recommends actually setting it this way before you actually do anything else on your face. I just like to apply like generously. So while waiting for this to set, I'll just talk more about why I like IU. I just feel like I like that I could see the difference between her in the beginning of the drama to the end. Obviously the drama was mainly about her and also about Chansung, but I like how like she gave someone the chance to actually know her personally a little bit more, rather than the mean, the one that hold grudges, and the scary ghost that, you know, no one can really approach. But she became really really caring, really kind, and you can see the vulnerable side of her unfold, you know, why she held all these grudges and stuff like that. So it was nice to see her character just change a little bit. But I also really like Chansung because, I don't know, I just feel like he's such a perfect actor as Chansung. So yeah, so overall there's actually 16 episodes, which I forgot to mention. There's actually 16 episodes in the drama, and each drama is actually an hour 30 minutes long, which honestly I didn't realize it was that long until my husband mentioned it when we actually paused the drama one time. We're like, oh man, it's actually an hour 30 minutes. But you know what, I actually really enjoy not really long drama. I don't like really long episodes, so I don't like 30 episodes. So this one I have 60 episodes, so I actually don't mind it being like an hour 30 minutes. So, and I honestly don't feel like the drama was draggy at all. So that's me personally, but my husband says it's a little bit too long for him. But I mean, I like it. I like the content. I like that there was not much repeat in dramas. Sometimes there's drama where, you know, a lot of the Korean one where, like, you know, they fight, they patch things up, they fight, they patch things up. This one not so much. So yeah, this one is just unfold a little bit there of like this goes and that goes, and I explain to you how the deity works. There's like 12 deities and stuff, and what they do and how they get rid of, like, you know, like bad ghosts and stuff like that. So it was just really interesting. Alright, now here comes my favorite scene. So I've categorized it into 3. So I've categorized into funny moment, sad moment, and crying moment. So let's talk about the funny moment, and I've decided to pinpoint 3. Now I'm gonna use the Song by Me eyeshadow palette. I've never used Song by Me palette before. I think I've only used their lip stuff. So yeah, so it comes with beautiful shades here. So there's like pink, light brown, matte brown, and dark brown. I'm just gonna use the matte brown for my lid area first. So yeah, my first one was when Chansung was actually able to see ghosts. That was actually really funny because you could see how much he was freaking out, because the first ghost he saw was obviously a girl that had like no eyes, like the eyes got taken out, but little did we know it was because she was actually a blind girl. But it was just funny to see how he ran away and just like freaked out. I don't know, I liked it. And then, like, you know, when he actually went to a hotel, he saw more ghosts and he just like nearly got a heart attack seeing all of them, but it was funny. And then another one I liked was when Chansung was matched with Sally. Yeah, and it was funny because the bartender, Mr. Kim, was actually matchmaking Chansung to Sally, and the whole time he was telling IU was like, oh my god, like I found a perfect person for Sally, you know, like he's so awesome, blah blah blah. And then IU was like, oh yeah, cool, that's cool, because she didn't know it was Chansung. And when she found out it was actually Chansung, she got real mad, but she didn't get mad at Mr. Kim. She was trying to like make sure that things did go well between Sally and him, which was quite funny. And the last one was at the end where you know, Manwo and Chansung obviously had a relationship, and then there was one time she acted all like real like she sat on camera like luggage, and she's like, lift me up, and then he actually lifted her up because he wanted to take the bag and put it away. And then when he lifted her up, she's like, to the room, you know. But it's just funny to see the other side of her being all like sweet and romantic. The next one is the sad moment, and for me, the sad moment, there's a lot of sad moment, there's a lot of crying moment, but yeah, so 3 of it is, the first one was how majority of the ghosts had the chance to go to the afterlife. Like obviously when they stay at the hotel is because, you know, there are things that they need to resolve, but eventually they will go to the afterlife. But there was this one character in the beginning of the drama where she held a lot of grudges, and she had like red eyes and a freaky smile, and if anyone see her, they basically like got like hypnotized and stuff, and they would go all crazy. And so she managed to escape from the hotel and started killing a lot of men, and we eventually found out was because these are the men that was watching a video of her stripping herself, basically like undressing herself naked, and she was secretly filmed, and it just went viral, and I think that's how she, you know, eventually died. So she was holding grudges with all those men and was killing them one by one. And when Chansung found out, he wanted to save her, wanted to find her and be like, it's okay, I will find amends, and I'll make sure that, you know, the man that actually created this will be found guilty and stuff like that. But by the time he was going to do that, it was already too late. The deity that banished people or turned people into ash managed to find her and turn her into ash already. And I personally felt that really sad because I feel like she didn't have the chance to, you know, to be better and to go to the afterlife when she could have, because it's not really her fault, but also she shouldn't be killing people as well. And I think Chansung felt really bad as well, and I think even IU felt really bad. Anyway, second one is where is it? Actually, that was only one sad moment for me. I think the rest is like crying moment. And the first one would be when Sanchez planned like a proposal dinner for his girlfriend who was coming back from, I think, Italy, I can't remember, but he planned this really nice dinner and he was like practicing with the ring, and we saw this clip where, you know, the girlfriend actually died. So that was really sad. He was really heartbroken, but it was good that he managed to actually see her in the end at the Hotel de Luna and actually saying not a proper goodbye but a little bit of a farewell to her. Yeah, so I cried a bit there because, you know, he was honestly such a nice guy and then something tragic like this happened to her. Second moment would be when Manwo took the soldier to the afterlife. She promised that she will come back, but it took her like a month or so to actually come back, and you could see clips of Chansung just holding it there, you know, having hopes, making sure that she comes back. And there was one point where he was at the bus stop and he cried so much, and I was like, poor boy, like he was, you know, really heartbroken, and actually I think deep inside he actually thought that she's not gonna come back. So it was very heartbreaking to see that because they didn't have much time together, I guess, but obviously she came back. And obviously the last one would be, you know, saying goodbye to everybody in the last 2 episodes. One by one, Mrs. Choi, Mr. Kim, Grwm, you know, all left one by one, and you see IU just ended up by herself with Chansung. But I think it was just sad seeing that Chansung was left by himself in the end. But I mean, here's Sanchez, but it's still quite sad to see, but we all knew that they all had to go to the afterlife anyway. So I just used the eyeshadow palette. It's actually really nice, however it has quite a bit of fall off, so definitely when you use it, just tap it off. I'm just gonna use my pinky for the pink one and just apply a little bit sparkle. When actually applying the pink on top of the rest of the eyeshadow, it just looks like a brown undertone, because I guess the brown is much more obvious than the pink. But it's okay, I didn't want anything too heavy on the eyes today. What I'm gonna do now before we continue is I'm gonna apply eyeliner, mascara and eyelashes off camera, just because I find it hard. I don't have a mirror in front of me and I usually need a mirror to apply my eyeliner. So yeah, I will be back. So I am back with the eyeliner, eyelashes on, and I actually tightline my eyes as well off camera, and I use the BBIA Last Auto Gel Eyeliner in the shade number 1. And this one, when you first get it, it actually is like a pointy top, which is very easy to put onto the eyes, and it glides on really easy as well. So yeah, it's very smooth on tightline. I'm very picky with my which eyeliner I use, but this is actually really good. If only when my hair is puffy, I'm trying my best to like straighten it, but running a bit out of time. And then I also use this Innisfree Skinny Longlongcara, and this one has a very thin applicator, and so it actually separate all your eyelashes and then just actually lengthening it. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to use this at the bottom of my lashes as well, just to lengthen the bottom. And let me tell you guys, when doing all of this off camera, it was so hot, I was so sweaty, it was so hard, but yeah, it took me quite a while. Anyway, I do have a few questions for you guys in regards of the drama. I have written out a few questions on my paper. And the first one is, there is a part where IU or Manwo decided to move the hotel because of Chansung, and what I didn't understand was why her items have to be moved by an actual mover. Just because I felt like, you know, it just didn't make sense, because obviously, you know, the hotel is not really physical. I mean, some of it was, but wouldn't it magically move it for her as well? Like, what about her furnitures and stuff that she has in the hotel? I don't know. I actually just wondered that spontaneously. Another question was, why do they need a physical hotel in the system? Why can't they just create like a, you know, like a magical hotel, which they already have, you know, that extend all the way up from the physical hotel? Why do they actually need a physical hotel in order to run the hotel? If that makes sense. But yeah, and at the end of the drama, IU did promise Chansung that if he leaves the hotel, you know, there will be a very high chance that he will succeed in life and he'll be really wealthy, like that's guaranteed. And so I just wondered if he actually became successful. Because in the end of the drama, a few of you guys have also asked me as well, you see a part where, you know, he just sat on the bench and IU turned up and he's like, oh, you're earlier than I expected. And you see all these other characters from the movie like Mr. Kim, Mr. Choi, Yuna and stuff all turned up at the park, all played happily. My theory for that part is actually this his imagination, like he's actually still waiting for her, and this is what he's actually hoping for when she actually turns up, that, you know, everyone can gather again together after they have, you know, came back from the afterlife. But I personally don't think she was actually completely back. I think it's just his dream, you know, his wishes. But yeah, so I just wonder if he actually succeed in life and, you know, what he's up to now. Next one would be, since, you know, the ghost Kim Yuna is the intern, since she's a ghost in an actual human body, I wonder if the human will actually age because, you know, the ghost is in her. I don't know if that makes sense, because I personally felt like, you know, when the soul has died, I miss the body, you know, like with IU, because she actually died from, you know, when she was tied down to the moon tree, they took out all her life from her, hence why she didn't age at all. So wouldn't that be the same for Yuna as well? I wonder, but hope that makes sense. And another question was with Hyunjun. Yeah, Hyunjun with you know, with his sister, you know, as he was waiting for his sister. When his sister actually passed away, she ended up becoming the little girl that he knew how she was like before he passed away. So my question is, did she actually turn back into a little girl for the afterlife, or was it in our eyes? Because I know that when people die, they, you know, they just die as it is. So I wonder, why did she actually turn back to a little girl, or is it just in our eyes? I know, a weird question to think, but that's what I was thinking when I first saw her. My last question was, when Chansung went missing, you know, when that friend, that evil ghost was like killing people. When Chansung went missing, IU knew something was up. Okay, this blush is not working. This is naming blush, and this one is like a cream blush, but it's not really working for me, so I'm just gonna pat this off. But anyway, when Chansung went missing and IU was really worried for him, she was just waiting in the hotel room anxiously for him to get back. But I just wonder, how come she just didn't turn up in front of him? Because obviously in the beginning of the drama, after that 20 years, she knew where to look for him to convince him to, you know, join her at the hotel. But with this scenario, like, she was freaking out. She didn't know where he was, she couldn't find him, you know, like she couldn't contact him. So that part just didn't make sense for me, because I assumed she just knew where he was all the time. But, you know, there were a few times where she just suddenly popped out in front of him and he's like, oh, you're here, you know, it's just... So at that moment, I just wonder why she didn't do the same thing. Yeah, so that's just my thoughts. So this those are just 5 of the questions that I have. So if you guys want to answer them down below, definitely put it down. I'll just use a VT Cosmetic lip liner, and I'm just gonna use this lipstick from Moonshot, and this is the Stick Extreme Pro in 605. I have done a full review on this on my channel as well. You guys wanna check it out. But I definitely prefer using a lip liner underneath, which is way better. But yeah, it gives a nice finish on the lips. yeah, so in my conclusion, this is definitely a very bittersweet drama. Like, I honestly enjoyed it a lot. Took me a week and a half to finish the drama. If I were to watch it again, I would definitely watch it again. Like, I love this whole drama. It's definitely different from a usual drama that you would usually watch. And I like that this drama wasn't really too PDA as well. There was very minimal hugging, not a lot of kissing scene as well. Like, it wasn't too cheesy. It just feels really nice and well put together. So I would definitely recommend you guys to watch this drama if you guys haven't. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I know that it's gonna be such a long video, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoy my get ready with me as well. I didn't really explain what I was putting on, but yeah, I'm loving this combination for this lipstick, giving a little bit of that gradient effect as well. And I think I'll just leave my hair as it is like this. I know it's really like bushy and stuff, but quite like it. Reminds me a bit of like one of IU's look in her video where she put like 2 hair clips on the side and have like really nice wavy hair. But I don't have wavy hair, but yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys want me to do more of this, let me know. Definitely recommend down below what drama I should watch next, because I do want to watch a new drama. But yeah, I will see you guys on my next video. Bye guys.